conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia, and I am Dennis Jah.
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia, and I am Dennis Jah.
And I am also this year with my partner, Prince Mumba, all the way there in Monrovia at the nation's capital. He is at the Capitol building, they call it. Prince, good evening there, I must say. How you doing?
I'm Sonny, I'm good, and it's great joining you from here in Liberia to where you are. I'm sure you might be in Canada, if I'm correct. So it's great to join you this evening.
Thank you, Prince. I just returned this morning to the state of Minnesota, so I'm back in the United States, and you are in the homeland. I see some excitement on your face, Dad. So, how you doing, by the way? How's family?
The family is good, and everything is kind. As you may be aware, we have hours to the most talk about inauguration of Liberia's 55th president. Sorry, 25th president. I'm thinking about the legislature now.
Yeah.
25th president-elect Joseph Boakai. So the momentum is high across Monrovia. And so currently I am at the grounds of the Capitol building where the team from the government arms that are responsible for programs like this, the GSA are here doing what they're supposed to do and ensuring that the program is successful tomorrow. So as you can see in the background, we can play in a very low tone. The technicians are here trying to put all things in place for the successfulness of the program tomorrow.
Thank you, Prince. So let's talk about the general atmosphere and feeling in the country, especially Monrovia, about this anticipated inauguration that takes place tomorrow. How are Liberians feeling? If you have talked to some of them, you know, you live in a community as well. What is the general feeling in the country right now?
Yes, so I will answer that question from two perspectives. One, we all followed the elections where I can say the country was equally divided. I mean, 50%, or the over 50% went the side of the Joseph Boakai dream. Less than 50% thought that the outgoing President Weah, supposed to have maintained his as president. So the how it is, and then, but what I can say in a nutshell is that the expectations on the faces of Liberians are high. There are high expectations that this government that will be inaugurated on tomorrow, the government of Joseph Boakai, will deliver for the Liberian people. People have thought that the same expectation they had when the then president or the outgoing President Weah took the mantra of authority. Those expectations were not met. And so they are looking at Joseph Boakai to be a Liberian citizen who have worked in government for years, who had worked as a vice president for 12 years, who is now coming to the presidency. So the expectations are high. Some of the Liberians who have spoken to either via the telephone or on the television as we're doing now, they have told us that they expect the president to come, I mean the president-elect, in terms of job creation, in terms of youth empowerment, in terms of governance. So on the overall, the atmosphere is kind, but there are high expectations on the part of Liberians as to what the Boakai government to deliver.
We'll get to some of the local politics there a little bit. I'm concerned right now about the preparation being done so far. I know earlier you were talking about GSE and other agencies of government responsible to put everything into place for the successful inauguration. Got things in place so far. So talk to me. You have been able to tour the Capitol building where this inauguration will be held tomorrow. What are you hearing in terms of preparation on the ground from the technician and everybody involved? Are they ready? Everything set to go?
Yes. So, and that's another argument. From what the team from the GSC are here trying to set the stage where the executive, that is the president-elect, and the outgoing president will be seated, and then another win for the members of the Senate, the legislature, and members of the Senate will be on one side, while the member of the House of Representatives will be on one side. So that stage is right behind me. We're going to tour a little bit after, during the last show. But one thing that has caught the attention of Liberians is the publicity on the part of the inaugural committee. We are not seeing much of a publicity in the street. Normally, when events like these are coming to take place or are taking place in Monrovia, you will see the photographs of the guests invited for the show, for the program. You will see the photograph of the president, outgoing president, and president. And also you will have the photograph of coming. And so, as it stands, that's another. Sorry for the noise in the background. I'm sure they are testing their equipment. But yes, that is the situation now. So, but from the Capitol building, there's massive work ongoing here now. As you can see behind me, the technicians are working. The technical people are trying to set the stage for the president-elect and the vice president-elect, the outgoing president and the vice president of Liberia, members of the legislature, members of the diplomatic corps, members of the cabinet, and so on.
So Prince, let's talk about the souvenir program. The document that lay out all of the activities for the inauguration. Is a copy of that information available, or do you have any information that is all in the motion to go for?
Sorry, because of the noise from the background, I didn't get that question clear.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell to those folks to hold on a little bit. I was just trying to make an inquiry about the souvenir program, the official document that lays out all of the activities for the inauguration. Do you have any information whatsoever whether or not that document is all set and ready to go?
No, we have not laid our hands on the souvenir program. But what we are aware of is the security protocol that came on days before today. In our protocol, we are told that the guests will start arriving here at the grounds of the Capitol building as early as 7 o'clock in the morning. Guests will be arriving here by 7 in the morning. That is on tomorrow. And then there are restrictions as to who to come here by 7 and when the president will be arriving. Let me just run through that quickly. It says the ushering guests into the ceremony will commence at 7 a.m. In the morning, and then at 9:45 and then at 9:45 the other invited guests will be entering, and then members of the legislature will be here at 9:45, and then members of the councilor will enter at 9:50, and then at 10 o'clock the special representative of the United Nations, Secretary General and head of the international organization will enter the grounds of the Capitol building. At 10:05, His Excellency, the Dean and members of the diplomatic corps will enter the Capitol building. And then at 10:10, the Dean and members of the cabinet will enter the Capitol building. At 10:20, the Vice President elect and his wife will also enter the Capitol building. At 10:25, the Honorable Vice President elect
your front and your back. You coming through this fucking.
The Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Liberia will enter, and then at 10:30, the head of foreign missions will enter the ground of the Capitol building, and so on. So the protocol that was released ahead of this program until but unless a 7-year program, those are some information I can provide you. I'm sure all of those things will be continued.
Thank you, Prince. I see that you send that what they classify as special protocol. Someone might call it security protocol as well for the ceremony, which is the inaugural ceremony. Is right here as you were reading from that document. It says here by 9:50, members of the Consular Corps will enter the grounds of the Capitol building and be escorted to seats reserved for them. And by 10 o'clock, special representatives from the United Nations Secretary General and heads of international organizations will enter the grounds of the Capitol and be escorted to their seats reserved for them. And by 10:05, His Excellency and Doyen members of the diplomatic corps will enter the grounds of the Capitol and will be escorted to their seat reserved for them. By 10:10, according to this document, the Dean and members of the Cabinet will enter the grounds of the Capitol and will be escorted to their seat reserved for them. By 10:15, for honor, the Chief Justice and Associate Justices of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia will enter the grounds of the Capitol. And by 10:20, the Vice President-elect and Mistress Koung will enter the grounds of the Capitol and escorted to their seat reserved for them. By 10:25, the Honorable Vice President will enter the grounds of the Capitol building and escorted to his seat. I mean, the Honorable Vice President of Liberia, that is Joy Howard Taylor now, will be escorted to her seat. And then by 10:30, according to the document here, foreign heads of states and government will enter the grounds of the Capitol building and be escorted to their seat. 10:35, the President-elect and Mistress Boakai will be met and escorted by the Joint Legislative Committee through the VIP entrance and escorted to their seat. By 10:55, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia and Mistress Wea, that's Madam Kira Wea, they're talking about here, will enter the grounds of the Capitol and escorted to their seat reserved for them. And at close of the ceremony, the acting chief of protocol will announce the order of precedence for the departure procession. Guests will remain seated. Excellent, 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 excellent layout there by the folks in charge of security protocol. So, Prince, let's get to something else here. From this list, it's obvious that foreign dignitaries or foreign guests have started arriving in the country right away. What do you know? Who have arrived in the country so far as foreign guests of the Republic of Liberia?
Yes, so we are aware that some of the foreign guests that are arrived that have provided to us as we do this live. So Africa, Julius Maleman arrived today at 10:11 a.m. So that's all I can say. Like I said, the committee on inauguration is to provide those information to the media, and so
are you saying that the committee on the inauguration, in other words, the special inaugural committee, is yet to release the list of dignitaries visiting Liberia to attend the inauguration? Is that what I'm hearing from you, Prince?
Exactly. As it stands, if that have been done, I have not seen that. I mean, you know that prior to this event, there was a meeting here with media heads of executives and I mean, they got the editors of institution, the media institution, and there are channel of communication between the media and the committee on inauguration, and so to have furnished the media full listing of foreign guests or foreign dignitaries that have come to grace this occasion that has not been published to the media, except for other detailed background check by journalists So even though there are guests coming, but to give
Prince,
the comprehensive listing, I can do
Prince,
that.
what is your knowledge of how it has always been done? Do they usually publish the list of the visiting guests coming to the inauguration, or sometimes they reserve that information for security reasons? What do you know?
What I do know is that it's not a secret. Before the inauguration is held, we are aware of who are those invited to come for the inauguration. For example, you invite head of states from other African countries. You invite head of state from the European countries, from the US, and other Liberian citizens, and other dignitaries, other high-profile personalities across the world. It's not a secret, and those names can be released when they arrive. Immediately beginning the last 3 days to the event, like what happened from the 18th to the day tomorrow. That is why you saw the restriction of the traffic of other vehicles that shouldn't apply the main street and the principal street. That is the reason, because when the dignitaries are coming, they are making their way at the various hotels and some part of Central Monrovia. So it's not a secret. We should be in the know of who are those coming to grace the occasion. It's not something to be preserved for security reasons. That is why the security is already on its alert that there are guests coming to the country. So what I've witnessed over the years, we've not seen this to be like something like secret that cannot be made known to the media or the public.
Prince, I don't know if you heard or not. I think there are reports out there that the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, Ambassador Thomas Grayfield, I think that is the name, Leonard Thomas Grayfield, I think that is the name, who was also ambassador to the Republic of Liberia, is in the country as we speak. Have you not heard anything concerning her arrival as a guest of the Liberian government to attend the inauguration?
Yes, so the list of the delegates from the states were released on yesterday.
Okay.
And I'm told that that delegation should have arrived in country on yesterday. So yes, as per the list still released from the US, from the White House, that the delegation from the America should be in country by now.
All right.
I've not heard that arrival.
Okay, I think I might have seen some photos of the arrival somewhere. That's what I remember seeing. So Prince, let's go to something else here. You were talking earlier about the inaugural committee not releasing full lists of those invited. We are aware of Mo Ali, the Secretary General, former Secretary General. Is he still the Secretary General or is he former? Please confirm that.
He's former Secretary General of the United Party.
Former Secretary General, that is correct. I remember that convention. He did not succeed. So, but he is also playing a role of a speaker somehow in the Boakai, with the Boakai's team. But he posted that the committee is yet to even send, officials of Unity Party their official invitation, and he is yet to receive an invitation. So he went public with that on social media. This must be serious.
It is serious, and then some of the gossip we are getting around the committee is saying that it's underfunded. And so I was just telling somebody, if that is the case, the committee should be open enough to the public as to what's happening, whether there's no funding for its working before people begin to speculate. Because once people are not informed as to what's happening, of course people will speculate. So yes, that is a serious problem. Even at the grounds of the Capitol, I came here early on and I saw members of the legislature who have come to get their access pass and invitation. I think it was on sticky issue there, but it will have it, or at the leadership who work on it, they were able to receive their access pass and their invitation to other functions on tomorrow. So that is a problem. We don't know what is responsible for that until the committee can tell us what is a sticker issue, what is the issue of funding, or why the funding, whether the funding hasn't been available to them. We cannot say anything more than that. But what we can say is that the publicity that we're supposed to see for this inauguration, we're not seeing it. We're not seeing the flyers across the streets. We're not seeing the photograph of foreign guests who should be coming to grace this occasion. We are not seeing all those things that make the day that makes the day running. We're not seeing that publicity from the committee here. So maybe it might be due to funding, as we are hearing in the rumor, that the funding allocated or budgeted for was not available to them. That is yet to be verified, but those are rumors we are hearing that is responsible for some of those delays on the part of the committee being proactive in ensuring that the public is adequately informed as to what's happening or what's going on.
Thank you, Prince. Concerning funding, it is true. At some point, the committee had, hinted that they, at some point, had not received a dime. That was like 3 weeks ago. So whether or not funding issue is responsible for this information not being out to the public as to the list of individuals being impacted or attending the inauguration. Prince, let's talk about something else here quickly. How is preparation going now in the districts in Liberia, the political districts in Liberia? As you are aware, the president-elect at some point invited some members of the House of Representatives, and he announced that they will have received, or he will have given 5,000 United States dollars, so that they will take that money to their respective districts to celebrate the inauguration. So talking about this money being received by pretty much, I think, 73 districts, in the Republic of Liberia, one can only maybe assume that they have received this money right now. So how preparation going? Have you heard any noise concerning any money so far regarding the preparation in the districts?
Thank you for that question. So I do not know much about the districts in the leeward counties, in the counties outside of Monrovia, but I've heard some disenchantment from districts in Montserrado County. To be specific with district number 9, yesterday, in fact, for the past few days, there have been complaint, disenchantment on the part of some officials of the district's leadership. It is alleged that the 5,000 promised by the president-elect, the money was disbursed to the district, received by the district's leadership, but unfortunately, the money was used and not given to the requisite authority. It's also alleged that the leadership of the district, the county chairman of Unity Party, his name is Bestman, he and others took 1,000 each from the 17, the money that should go to this 17 electoral districts, and so that 17,000 was removed from the total money allocated for Montserrado County, and then the one received by district number 9 up to now, as I speak to you. In fact, some of the leadership members were calling me when I was making my way here, that up to now they have not received that money. I've heard the money was being used. They had no idea to it. So in Montserrado, yes, I'm aware of dissatisfaction on in some quarter. I do not know about other districts in Montserrado County, but I'm sure if the issue in district number 9 is true, that the 5,000 that each district should receive, 1,000 each were removed from there, and of course it goes across Montserrado County. And so that will be one of the things that I'm sure this government will be encountering, because in district 9, the enchanted or agreed partisans have threatened to disrupt any inaugural party or program held in any part of the district on tomorrow. So there I tried to contact those accused. They have not responded to me, even though Robert Bestman sent me a text on yesterday that he's going to speak with me on the issue. I've tried getting to him today. I've not heard from him. But as it stands, that is the report on the 5,000 received by district number 9. It's also alleged that 1,000 each were removed from the 5,000 for each of the districts in Montserrado County. I do not know about other counties in the leeward counties, like I said. I mean, other districts in the leeward counties. But that it is, and that money was actually meant for celebration of the inauguration of the president-elect on tomorrow. The idea is that everyone will not make their way here at the Capitol buildings. If I those who are to come here, there are some restrictions. Some people may not want to come. So the 5,000 can be used, distributed among the various zones or the various, how you call it, the demarcation of the district or the structure of the district, and then you go about and have your own celebration there. so that you can feel the impact of the government or the campaign you run. But as it stands, that is the report I can give for what I know of the 5,000 received by Mosquito County District Number 9.
And Prince, one can only wonder if whether or not the monies were intended for only Unity Party partisans. The president-elect made that promise that the money will be given to the representative who represent the district and not only Unity Party people. In the case of District Number 9, to see that the money landed in Unity Party people's hand is mind-boggling. It should land in the hands of people who are not, pretty much Unity Party people. It's a celebration of Liberians in the district and not Unity Party people in the district. So maybe they need to bring some clarity to this, because they gave the money to Unity Party partisans because maybe it's for Unity Party partisans. But some of the representatives who attended the meeting, I believe, were not Unity Party partisans. So how can in District Number 9, the money landed in Unity Party partisans' hand? Prince, leave it. We got other things to get to. You did an excellent reporting on that. And folks who have not watched the video, go and focus on Liberia, YouTube, and Facebook. Is right there. Look for the headline talking about $5,000, allegedly, being chopped by some officials of Unity Party in District Number 9. They told their story. Someone then threatened there will be nothing happen. It's all there for you to see. Prince, something we got to get to here quickly. We are hearing some political, chatters in some quarters about motorbikes being brought from Ghana for use of the president-elect. We saw videos of that. We saw pictures of that. So this got to be true. What are people saying about this in Liberia? If my memory serves me right, President, we had this similar thing. He was criticized. President-elect promised that he would be different. It's obvious he's doing what jobs we had. How are Liberia reacting to this, Prince?
That's a great question. So that's the politics of the day. Those are things that has started being discussed at a very earlier age or earlier time, a very earlier time of the Unity Party government. Mm-hmm. There are always misreaction on things like those, right? Mm-hmm. Of course, there are people who will always be partisan and will not see the truth. There are people who will also be supportive of the party and will see some things as not going the right way. There are also people who are opposition, and they will take those kinds of things and run with it. So with the information or the issue, the instance that you are referencing, yes, there are mixed reaction on that. People are condemning the government, mainly the president-elect, for that. Others are saying that it's too early to do condemnation. Let's see what he's going to do differently with all that is happening, all that is coming on. So yes, to answer that question, there are mixed reaction on that, and not much we can say about it because there have not been any official statement from the party or the office of the president-elect. But yes, people will always have mixed reaction on those things, and yes, that is what happening now as it relates to the situation you refer to.
And Prince, another issue people talking about politically in Liberia, and not only in Liberia, across the globe where Liberians are, and is the issue of access declaration. The president-elect was very, very direct in a VOA interview when he said he will declare his assets before taking office, and he showed that all other person will follow. Do you think that is possible, that the president-elect will declare his asset before noon tomorrow and get inaugurated? Are Liberians feeling let down? Why are you hearing from Liberians on this issue of asset declaration that the president-elect promised to do? It's like time is running out here.
Yes, so not much is being heard on that from the locals, but it's been discussed from the intellectual standpoint. Mm-hmm. The asset declaration is by law, mm-hmm. but the law does not also require that it should be published. You can do that if you want to. So I have no idea as to whether the president-elect has declared his asset. Maybe he done it and it's not in the public, but as it stands, I do not know whether he's done that. And if he has not done it, then of course it will be something that we're going to hold him back, because he was clear in the VOA interview that he referenced, the Voice of America interview that he referenced, that he's going to declare his asset and he's going to ensure that his officials of government do the same. And he also speaks strongly against corruption. So we hold him by that, and I hope that he's done that already. Maybe it's not in the public, but since this argument came into public glare, the president-elect office hasn't said anything. Whether the president actually declares asset or not, I am very much sure if he done it, we're going to see the photograph of that. We're going to see in the news that he's done it, that he declares asset. So as it stands, I have no idea or no information whether he's declared his asset already. And it's been discussed, like I said, from the intellectual standpoint. Those who are at the intellectual class are condemning the government for that. And those are things that we hold the George Weah government fit to fire for. And it's just expected from the Nyuma Boakai government that those things should be at the front line of anything he does or the government does. Those should be at the front line of it. Asset declaration. Tackling corruption from the very beginning, where we have some allegation of money eating intended for the inauguration. Those are things the government should be thinking about. So the issue of asset declaration, you're right, is been discussed. And as it stands, I'm not too sure that whether the president-elect has declared assets.
One can only have reason to believe that if that were done, the Boakai team would be all out swinging and would left for Liberians to hear what a good thing Joseph Boakai has promised and has done. It's obvious that has not been done. I don't see why they will hold that information if he has done it, because they never held the information that he was giving 5,000 to each electoral district in Liberia. They never held the information that he was going to declare his asset. They were forefront about it. So why would they hold it now when that has been done, something that would be a good step in the right direction and a promise to be kept? But as it stands, he's behaving like we are, and he is yet to declare his asset. But again, he has up to 12 midday tomorrow. Prince, let's pour the grants of the capital right now, and then let Liberians watch and focus on Liberia, see the level of work being done so far in preparation for the inaugural. If you can tour us a little bit for 5 minutes, just so our viewers will see what level of work been done so far. Let's do that. Tour us and tell us as you move.
Okay.
And if you have the engineers and some of the staff that will doing the work to explain everything, give the description, and it will be appreciated. Let's do that.
Thank you. So I'm taking the camera around the Capitol building, as you can see here. So we're going around the Capitol building. This work started since the beginning of this week. And behind me are some of the engineers who are working here. We try to just talk to you for 1 minute. How you doing? Okay. Yeah, Chief, sorry, just 1 minute. Sorry. It's important we do this just for 1 minute. How you doing, sir? How you doing, Chief? I'm good. You live on Focus on Liberia Television. How you doing, yeah. So how's the process? How's the progress of the job? I said like we got just a few hours till tomorrow, and you're very much busy working. How is it going, man?
It's tedious, but we'll get it done.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll get it done. We'll get the capital ready for the 25th president to be inaugurated, and for us to move on. So we'll be okay.
And who are we chatting with here?
My name is Mr. Edwin S. Pamela. I am the chair on the subcommittee for infrastructure and logistics for the inaugural program. So,
and then do we expect the speaker tonight? Yeah. Go ahead, answer me.
I am speaker tonight.
Do you have
go ahead.
Can you state to our viewers, well, how far have you gone so far with the work? Will you say 90% of the work has been done so far?
Okay, let's say this. because we have 3 sites. So the Centennial Pavilion right now, as you know, the Centennial Pavilion right now, as you know, is with the African Arts and Crafts. That's going on right now. Okay, people are since this morning. Okay, so that site is done. The executive mansion garden is done. Okay, they're setting up the tents and everything, but we did all the work down there and it's ready to go. LC been there working. I mean, we've really been working for the past 3.5 weeks. The Capitol is the last place that we're focusing on to get everything done. So all the manpower, we're here to get this Capitol done. Let's say by 2 o'clock in the morning, this thing should be done and I should be able to go home, rest, and come back by 6.
So by 2 a.m. Monday morning, you should be completely done with the work.
We'll be done with the work. Let's about 1 to 2 in the morning, because we got to get it done. We have already done it.
Behind you there, I see your staff rolling something. What is that? Is that the red carpet they are rolling right there?
That's the red carpet for the president to walk on. So we're about to lay it down now. We can't lay it down too soon before it gets dirty. So we're about to cut it and lay it down.
All right, sir. Thanks for speaking to Focus on Liberia. We appreciate all that you're doing
Thank
for
you.
your country.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, so there you have it, and we're moving around. We're seeing the technicians are here, all over working, and you see here.
Friends, I see that they have also built a platform, correct, for the officials to sit. They built something that is elevated for the officials to sit there, right?
Yeah, so what you're seeing at the back here is where officials meeting the president. The president will be seated somewhere around there. Let me just take the camera up there. And then here is where the president will be seated. Right at the stage. The president, the vice president, and other guests. Then on this side is where the House of Representatives will be, and where we just came from is where the senators will be seated. So as the engineer said, or the head of the team here said, from now to 1, 2 in the morning, the job will be completed. But like I told you, on massive work is ongoing here. This side is the executive mansion side behind us there. And you're just seeing what is being done there. And so I'm also looking for some of the workers to speak with. Can I talk to you 1 minute? How you doing, man? Okay, welcome to Focus on Liberia Television. Okay, so tell me, how's the job? Bring your face up. Okay, how you doing?
Yeah, fine. They're not watching the money.
Okay, and
the job is going fine.
Okay,
fine. Okay, tonight everything will be done.
What's specific? What are you doing yet? What your own job?
For me, we're doing a voluntary job here.
Okay.
But we're through with the mansion.
Okay.
We are through with the mansion now. We on the platform here.
Okay.
We're trying to put the rock down for them to build this. How do you call it?
You know what?
Platform.
I'm gonna take it out.
Yeah.
Mr. Washington, what specifically is left to be done? What is the remaining part of the work that you are doing right now?
Yeah, because
what's the remaining part of the work? What is the job that's remaining now?
When they're setting up the chairs, the podium, meaning that's it now. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can see. You can see. Yeah.
Thank you so very much. And Prince, I can see that this inauguration will more than likely be done outside.
You're kind of kind
be in the building, but you know, the place is being set up outside also, right? So am I correct?
Yeah, I didn't get a question answered. I didn't get.
Friends, it seems as though that they are also preparing the outside
Is there?
In the yard of the Capitol, and there where the ceremony is going to take place, and it may not necessarily be within the Capitol building. Is that correct?
Yes, you are correct. It's going to be outside of the Capitol building. Where I'm standing right now is where the ceremony will be taking place tomorrow. Not inside. It's outside. And all around here, there are stages being built. where you have other Liberians guests invited sitting in the PA system. Is all around here. Anywhere you sit, you're going to hear the president, or you're going to hear the president speaking, or the vice president speaking. Sorry, the outgoing president speaking, or the president-elect speaking, and any other thing that has been said from any side of the Capitol building that you'll be seated, and you will get it through the PA system. You also have a live streaming of the program here tomorrow. All those are set up, and we hope to see that the jobs are completed before tomorrow morning.
And Prince, do we know whether the weather will be favorable to the occasion tomorrow? Will we have a rainfall, or will it be a sunny day tomorrow? And are they prepared for that?
Yes, Liberia has a 2 season, and this is a dry season in January. Even though we are experiencing rain this January, so it is generally believed that we're going to have a fair weather. But again, whether we're going to have a fair weather or not, only the scientists can tell us that. They have to tell us whether it will be a rainy day or a sunny day. But yes, they are prepared for that. They are kind of built here with tarpaulin. And so whether it rains or not, I do not think it will affect the program. Good update for us in Liberia. Our inaugurations are in January of the year. That is a dry season for Liberia. And so we're not too much worries when it comes to rain.
All right. I'm looking at the forecast here from my end for Monrovia. According to the weather channel here, it said there will be mostly sunny skies. The high will be 90 degrees, and it will be very humid throughout the day. So people should be prepared to sweat. They need to go with their little handkerchief to get the sweat out of the way. It's going to be hot tomorrow. It's going to be humid, and there's no rain in the forecast. It's all sunny in the forecast, and that's very good. So, Prince, let us conclude.
Yes, so it's been nice having this chat with you. We hope to be here tomorrow so that we can conclude the activities for the inauguration. And it is anticipated, believed, that after tomorrow, 12th May day, Nyuma Boakai will be sworn into office as the 25th president of the Republic of Liberia. And it is expected that tomorrow, during the day, before the day ends, we are anticipating that he names few members of a cabinet, because the government starts on Tuesday, which will be the 23rd. That will be the first day of the Boakai government in office. So it is anticipated that by tomorrow, time like this, we'll see the name of maybe the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of Finance, maybe the Justice Minister, and those are our anticipations. So yes, thanks for being there to provide again the technical working of the life. We always like to do this at all time in ensuring that people in outside of Liberia who are Liberians will get glued to focus on Liberia so that they'll get the best from Liberia through this medium. Thanks for being there with me.
Our man Prince Mombadad bringing our live coverage of all the events as they happen, especially at the grounds of the capital there in Monrovia, Liberia. Prince, excellent reporting. You heard Prince there. Tomorrow, Focus on Liberia will bring you live coverage of the inaugural program. And Mr. Joseph Nyuma Boakai and Mr. Jeremiah Koung will be inaugurated tomorrow as president and vice president of the Republic of Liberia, respectively. They will be inaugurated tomorrow, and Focus on Liberia will bring you live coverage of that event. You hope, Prince, there also. The expectation is that, after getting inaugurated tomorrow, then President Boakai will announce some names. And most likely, Minister of Finance, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Justice, and maybe some other names will be announced or will be nominated to the Liberian Senate for confirmation. And Comrade Boakai and Comrade Koung will be getting to business right away. Whether or not they deliver for the Liberian people in their 6-year term on the history will be their judge. And so, folks, this is how we'll draw down the curtains here. I focus on Liberia. Thanks, and thanks so much for being with us throughout the broadcast. We want to say a very big thank you to our man, Prince Mamba, hardworking gentleman right there in Monrovia, Liberia. Until we see you again, enjoy the song that says, "We are all Liberians," and bye-bye.
We are Liberians.